what factors would influence your decision about the ideal duration? So we already covered there may be no ideal, but whatever duration, what sort of factors would either contract or expand what you would consider the appropriate amount of time?
Well, if I were to create a program, for example, I would ask, what is the outcome you want to the client, if they want
For sure.
an organization. Okay, so what do you want to accomplish? Okay. And how soon do you want it? So yeah, first I want to know what they want. Who do they want to have that training also? Is it a top manager, middle manager? Like who is it? Who are going to be taking the training? So that's one thing.
Mhm.
What else would I think about? Now, definitely, what is the outcome? And also, what challenges they face that they'd like to have resolved or overcome in the organization. So, like to have a layout of the landscape, so that would be factors that would determine, okay, well, in order to achieve this, I would need that much time.
Mhm.
It's not a
Mhm.
number because you can pull a number and say, okay, I'll offer a course on a week, a month, 3 months, but is it what really is needed? First of all, you need to know what you need to cover, and then from that, that's anyway, for me, it would help me figure out how much time I would need to deliver a product that it will give them result, not just a product just for the sake of here's another course or training session.
Right.
So what
Right.
is the outcome desired? What are the challenges, obstacle, whatever you want to resolve or where you want the transformation done? And then I have a better idea on what the weight of what needs to be done. And from that, figure out the time necessary to have those outcomes.
They are my priority, even if they're not the ones paying for it. And if I can't deliver that to them, then I won't say I can, and I'd rather turn down that business than fake it because big
Yeah,
big picture, that's not going to be any good for my business reputation, and it didn't deliver what I promised, and I want to deliver what I promised.
because they fall short. You don't want that because the expectation is not met. Like it's not only your reputation, but the product, the person who's supposed to benefit from it, they're shortchanged. So that's a waste of that
Right.
time. Eh?
Yeah. It's very valuable, but nobody ever wants to hear that they're not agreed with.
No,
But that's part of
that's
the
the thing.
psychological safety, right?
Well, we need that, but it's true. People don't always want to hear the truth. And when
Yeah.
you talk about, I'm a bit like that. It's where did you get that? What's your source? People tell me this
Hmm.
and believe like we say in French, dur comme le fer. I said, where did you get that by? I said, no, no. What's your source? And that annoys people when they do that. I say,
Well, but
okay, I'm willing to know, but then what's the source so I can go look it up myself? Thank you. But no, that's interesting. That's interesting.
it's something
Debunk that
every
one.
yeah, it's something every teacher should know. Um, I'll give you the sort of the upshot of it is we're all of those. But in
Mm-mm.
terms of our belief that one helps us learn best, it's more accurate to say
It's a
one is the
preference.
one we prefer to learn. And that's fundamentally different because it doesn't lead to objectively better results. So I'll send you the information so you can
So
look
we
at it
should say that
yourself.
because when we talk about learning style, I never perceived it. To me, it means I saw it more as a preference than ability to.
Right,
That's been my perspective. It
right,
reminds me of the full brain.
right,
Uh, you're good at it, but it's also a preference. This is what, because you prefer it, you're really good at doing this because this is something you like, your preference. But
right.
on the same thing, it's like you're talking about disagreement. But one of the things I used to say, disagreement is not a bad thing to disagree on
No,
something because it opens a conversation and then you can things solution can emerge from that, different perspective. If we are open to hearing the difference of opinions, you know. So I say it's not necessarily confrontational. It's not a bad thing to disagree, because you disagree, you bring another perspective,
Right.
and people can accept that.
Yeah,
It doesn't
and that's a
have to be okay.
skill.
Yeah.
Again, that's the number one predictor of the best performing teams above all other things is psychological safety, which includes the safety to disagree and the safety to say, I don't know, especially
Yeah.
as a leader.
No, it's true, because that's one of the things I say. It's okay as a leader to not know everything, and it's okay.
It's I think it's more than okay. I think it's a must. Because if you're delusional to the point where you think that nobody can teach you anything, that's a very dangerous position. Which formats or delivery methods would be most effective for the training we've talked about? So what you've sort of defined as training